Shabbat Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
We invite all guests to come again to the Ark of Israel. Today's lesson will be about a separated nation.
All right, Shabbat Shalom, Israel.
Shabbat Shalom.
All right, can we get a young brother another hand? The lesson today is going to be on a separated nation. And I was kind of inspired to come with that because, out of all the other nations, Israel is most separated than any other nation there is. Israel comes up against Israel more than any other nation. It's just a separated thing, and it just trickles all the way down, We do want to recognize and ask that everyone to pray for everybody with an announcement that we're asking to pray for, and definitely pray for all Israel. But we have to recognize that what Israel actually went through. Israel went through a lot over the last 400 years or more, for what we went through as a nation of people, we have to understand that can change a way of thought, a thought pattern of people, and how people act, not only toward everybody else, but also toward themselves, especially if you've been retaught to love everyone else, but hate yourself. And a lot of times we see ourselves and our brothers, so we don't love our brothers. We don't love our sisters, but we see ourselves, we learn to hate ourselves. So we see us as a nation of people, we hate you. I hate you, I hate this different person. But then I'll show it up that you hate me, but actually, I hate you. So we got to look at these kind of things, right? And we got to put ourselves in a position where that we can be a person that receives the heritage that has been set down before us as a separated nation. Right? So we're going to start here in the book of Isaiah. We're going to start Isaiah 1. Isaiah 1, we're going to start at that second verse. Isaiah 1 and 2. Mm-hmm.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 2.
Uh-huh.
Hear, O heavens,
And say, hear, O heavens,
and give ear,
and give ear,
O earth,
O earth.
for the Most High has spoken.
So he wanted everybody to listen. He wanted even all the environments to listen. What had he spoken?
I have nourished and
nourished
and brought up children.
He said, I've nourished and brought up children. So who we think these children are? The children of Israel, right? Because he hasn't claimed no other nation. Continue to read, brother.
And they have rebelled against me.
But he said that the one that he nourished rebelled against him. Isn't that something? When you separate yourself from the one that created you, you are a separated nation. You have separated yourself from pure existence. Right? But we're not talking about, let's do it this way. The Most High, the nation he raised up, which we already have said, which is Israel, right? He's not talking about every nation. Every nation. Yeah, there's some that's going to be crafted in. Yeah, there's going to be some that's going to be a part of the great, a part of the great multitude of people that no one can number. But in essence, that people he's talking about is Israel. And that third verse says what?
The ox knoweth his owner.
But isn't that something? Now he's going to take Israel down to the level of a beast. He's going to say that an ox knows his owner, but what?
And the ass his master's crib.
Even an ox and an ass know their owner and they know their master. But what?
But Israel does not know.
They say Israel don't even know. And Israel will be a higher being. But he's saying that they don't know. And guess what else?
My people does not consider.
That's that people. When he said my people, that's that people that he nourished and brought up as children. He brought them up, he brought them from nothing. And he said that they don't even consider him. They don't consider that he's that he's over them, or basically he's their owner, or that he's what? Or that he is the master. He is our Elohim. He is our strength. But before we acknowledge him as being our strength, we'll say we got strength ourselves. Before we say that, before we take it personal that somebody's going against our Elohim, we take it personal that somebody's going against us. Why? Because we're that people. That's just that kind of people that we are. Don't even consider. Don't even consider. But we consider ourselves. If we think somebody's doing something against us, they'd be totally wrong. We consider ourselves to a point that it is a catastrophe. It's a problem. It's a serious problem. And you read that fourth verse, right?
Verse 4.
And what did he say about Israel?
Sinful nation.
And Israel is a sinful nation. And the thing that gets me is, how can they be so prideful knowing the requirements of the covenant and then be a sinful nation? But they prideful. Read.
A people laden with iniquity.
A people laden with the iniquity. You know, Israel tried to be so smart that they think that. They think that. I know that I can repent. I know that I can pray. I know that I can repent for things I'm not doing right. I know I can repent for what do you want to call it? The violation of the Sabbath, the violation of the covenant. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna take this one right here for the team. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do this anything because I can go back and repent. But that's called willfully sinning. I think they go in another category. If it don't, I think it should go in another category. I think there's anybody that willfully sin against the Most High, it should go in a different category. If their ox is not in a bind, they put that in, make sure that's right, because we're gonna get some tight hands on there. And let's make sure that that's right.
Special situations.
That's right. But a situation but to me, it has to be a situation that is greater, that puts you in a position that there's no other time, no other day, there's no other way, and there's something that's so pressing that it is so real of a situation that you've got to do it right now in the time that belongs to him. But he said that it says that it's a sinful nation, a sinful nation, and what?
A people laden with iniquity.
A people that just cover. It's a laden. I mean, it's like they cover with iniquity.
A seed of evildoers.
Now he didn't say evildoers. He said a seed of evildoers. So whatever seed that made Israel that person, or that person of Israel, that individual, whatever seed that is, that seed came from an evildoer. What?
Children that are corrupters.
And it says that the children, everybody has been children before, but they're children that exist today. And it says they are corrupters. They do corrupters. They do corruptive stuff. They what?
They have forsaken the Most High.
Read.
They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward.
And back in they did go. They said they go away backward. But if you're a Christian, they call that backslide. But they go away backward, right? Give me Isaiah 51 and 19. Isaiah 51 and 19. Anybody have any response to it?
Yeah, I think when he's talking about going away backward, I mean, as opposed to, it says,
As opposed to backsliding.
yeah, I mean, but it's like, so I think there's a scripture in the New Testament. I don't remember exactly the book, but it talks about like the dog returning to his
Vomit. His vomit. And it's like going in the opposite direction. They're going away from him versus toward him. Right. And
wrong direction.
yes, and definitely. And if you think about it, if you talk about the dog that returns into his vomit, you ate this food, you regurgitated it, and then you go back and try to eat it again. You see what I mean? So yeah, you're going the wrong direction with that. I don't see how it got stomach acid all in it and everything else, and you with it. 51 and 19. Uh-huh.
Isaiah 51 and 19.
Check this out.
These two things are coming to you.
Now, he's talking about who? He's talking about Israel, am I correct? But he said, these two things is going to come unto you. And then, but is it going to come unto thee? What?
Who shall be sorry for you?
That's one.
Desolation and destruction and famine and the sword.
Uh-huh.
By whom shall I comfort you?
And who's going to comfort you? All he said through the desolation, because Israel has turned and they are a sinful nation, they have went backwards. And because of their sin is the reason why the Most High has put them in the position we're in today. But he says that, who shall be sorry for thee? Do you know there's nobody that feels sorry for Israel? Not one person. Israel don't feel sorry for Israel.
I was just about to say, like, Israel
Isn't
really
that
feels sorry for Israel.
Israel is so arrogant. Israel is so baffling. Israel is so hard that Israel don't care nothing about but the individual. If everybody in Israel, if everybody that was an Israelite could make themselves a nation of one island, they would be 1,000,000 islands of Israel. Because everybody would put them above their brother. Everybody would put their thoughts. Everybody think that everything is about them. Some people don't even know you. They don't care about you. They don't care what's about you or not. So it's not about everything. You know, it's like this little, they had this song that came on back in the 70s or 80s. I don't know when it was. But the lady was singing, I don't remember her name. But she was she said, all eyes on me when I walk into the club, all eyes on me. People, she probably walk in the club, people ain't know she did. But she said,
That's her mindset.
yeah, you know, all the men pause. That's it. All the men pause when I walk in the club.
The men all pause.
The men all pause when they walk in the club. And the men probably even know you coming in there. But that's your own sick mind. That's your mind. The mind is so powerful that we think in our own mind that something is about us that ain't got nothing. So we isolate ourselves. And we would call destruction, not only destruction, but we would call a pain upon other people isolated. Why? Because we are a selfish people. We are so selfish that we don't care about nothing else. But let me tell you, brothers and sisters, don't be it. Don't be the isolated. Don't be the person who don't care about Israel. Don't see, what they don't realize is that all of Israel got the same, all of us got the same exact sentence. All of us got the desolation. All of us got the destruction. All of us got the part of the famine. And the sword. All of us got that. It's not just you. And it's not just me. It's everybody have this. And until we pull ourselves together and realize that it's not about those, it is better it says, together we stand, divided we fall. It's better to stand together than to stand by yourself and fall. But we're gonna get into some Ecclesiasticus that's gonna really break that down for us. But these things are going to happen to people. They're gonna happen. If they have not already happened, they are going to happen.
It's a great point because, I mean, you know, it's the Most High makes it about the nation.
Yeah.
He makes it about the nation. He puts certain people in certain positions to help or to serve the nation or to lead the nation according to him. But even coming out of the wilderness, I mean, like Korah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Korah, you know, Moses, you know, was given the assignment. He was reluctant. He didn't believe in himself. He didn't want to do it. Right. You know, but that's who the Most High chose. And again, it wasn't. I mean, like those positions, they're not easy positions. I think we think about things because we want some kind of shine or something like that. And I think that's what Korah was seeking. It's not a shine position. I mean, it's a serious undertaking.
Yeah, and but once you get there, you got to stand there.
Right.
You know, and it's more come with it than just you on video.
Right.
You know, you are the main speaker. There's more to it than that.
Right.
Your whole life is involved, right? But let's look at this right here. It said, "By whom shall I comfort thee?" there won't be any comfort involved. There's many nights that you lay down and you know you lock the doors, you know you lock the windows, but you still don't have you still have like a sense of being uncomfortable. But it says something else in that 20th verse. What do it say, brother?
Your sons have fainted.
It says, thy sons have fainted.
They lie at the head of all the streets.
At one of the streets.
At all the streets.
And what?
As a wild bull in a net.
As a wild bull in that, and what?
They are full of the fury of Yahuwah, the rebuke of your Elohim.
So, I looked at that thing. I said, now, wait a minute. I said, they full of fury. I said, now, fury, if you are wise, I said, a person that's full of fury is furious. I said, am I right? And so I looked it up, and it said, extremely angry. These brothers are extremely angry on these streets. Our young men are extremely angry on the street. And then you got a synonym that says what? Enraged, raging, infiltrated, very angry. Ooh, they keep going. Inflamed, fuming, boiling, seething, incensed. It's just so, and they go over a raving mind, mad, maddened, ranting, raving, wrathful, and tempered. And they got one say, besides oneself. And then it says, more full of angry or energy, violent or intense. He drove at a furious speed, but it's in fierce, wild, violent. But we don't know that these people read these scriptures in this book, because a lot of other nations know who we are. They know what the Most High have said about us. We read it, but we don't consider it. They read it and they consider it because they got to know how to deal with us, right?
They make plans based on these scriptures.
That's why when they come out in the car, when they come out in the police car, they come out strapped. Because they already know what your sons on your corner, they already know how they supposed to be stacked. They already know they're supposed to be like that. So if you got one out there, try to get him in because he ain't going to last long. Two things don't last long. A young man on the street corner and a dog chasing cars. They don't last long. A dog keep chasing a car, eventually he's going to get hit by a car. That's true. I'm telling you, they don't last long. Let's go into the Apocrypha, brothers. Let's Ecclesiasticus. And let's go to that first chapter. We're going to start off in the beginning of it. And we're going to hit that 19th verse. And we're not going to run too far. We're just going to run a little bit there. We're going to run down to the 25th verse. And we talking about furious. Let's read.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 1, verse 19. Wisdom reigneth down, skill and knowledge of understanding, and exalteth them to honor that hold her fast. The root of wisdom is to fear the Most High.
You see that? The root of wisdom. It's not to fear yourself. So because whomever you fear is the one that you obey. Is the one that you keep that you know. But it says that when there was no king in Israel, and I haven't seen one now lately. It said every man did according to his own ways. And today every man is doing it according to his own ways. But do we feed another man's ways because we know that's his ways? Do we feed another way, a man's ways because for whatever given reason? It says because of what? His own, he do things according to his own way. You see that? But if you feed that, he gonna continue to do that. And you just go ahead and you rant and you rage and you do what you want to do, eventually he'll quit. He'll figure it's like your child laying on the floor kicking and crying in a raging outfit. You walk past him and just leave him there. Just leave him there. He get up. You ain't got to beat him. Just leave him there. He kicking out hard because he want ice cream. Leave him right there. Eventually he gonna get up. He gonna realize that ain't gonna get it for him. He gonna get up off that floor. Leave him there. Don't nobody. Everybody keep doing what you're doing. If If you play the game, keep playing your game. If you cooking, keep cooking. You get ready to go to the store, y'all getting old up, leave him there, get in the car, go to the store, come back. By the time he realizes everybody left out and nobody paying no attention, he gonna get up. But it says wisdom rains down skill and knowledge of understanding, and exalt them to honor, to honor that hold her fast. And what?
The root of wisdom is to fear the Most High.
And the root of wisdom. See, a lot of people want that wisdom, but they don't want to do what it takes to get it, which is to fear the Most High and what?
And the branches thereof are long life.
Because they don't realize that when you fear the Most High, your life is longer. Your life is longer. You live longer. It's almost like the thing that they said about the child and his parent. And the 21st verse says what?
The fear of the Most High driveth away sin.
Wait a minute now. You mean to tell me that me fearing the Most High gonna drive away sin? How that gonna happen? What can I do? I mean, what is it about me being scared of the Most High gonna drive away sin? And guess what else it does? It takes me out of me, don't it? It takes me out of me. Right? But there was a scripture that I meant to put here that I didn't put here was, he must increase and I must decrease. I don't remember exactly where it's at, but it's in here.
John the Baptist.
Huh?
John the Baptist.
John the Baptist?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I'm talking the actual script. Mm-hmm. But it's there.
John 3.
Huh?
John 3.
John 3. Give it to my brother there. What you got? John 3. Because a lot of times we get in our own way. Because listen, Israel is a separated nation. We got to understand that Israel tried to do everything individually. Israel is not like these other nations. You got the Chinese man and the Korean dude, and they'll get there and they're all in one building, run one business. Before you know it, somebody's missing out that room, and they somewhere else. And they're doing the same thing, and then they got some more people that can move in with them, and they build them again. And then they have it over and over again until each one of them people get a business. And guess where they're going to get their business at? Right there in your neighborhood. They're going to be at the corner store. They're going to be at the black mall. They're going to be at all those places where you go is where they come. They're coming for your money. They ain't going to be in it. You ain't going to see a Korean store in Korea. And it gets Korean land. I don't know what they call it, neighborhood. You ain't going to find them there. They're going to be in your place. In your neighborhood. Ride down Morningside, go over to the Iverson, go over there in Forestville. You're going to find that that's where they are. And now it got to the point where a few other little nations start jumping in there because they found out that that's where the money at. John 3:30, you got it, brother?
Yeah, because I just gave it to him.
Okay.
John 3:30.
Uh-huh.
He must increase, but I must decrease.
You see that? We got to pull ourselves out of it. When you really living by the love of by the fear of the Most High, you have to decrease. We got to pull ourselves out of it. We got to let Him lead. We got to understand when you truly love the Most High and you truly fear the Most High, you let the Most High lead. You don't worry about, oh, I'm too tired. You know what I mean? Now the Most High will set you up, but you too tired. What you mean you too tired? I gotta go relax. Well, you can be relaxing ass with nothing going on in your life. Because the Most High, when He sometimes you gotta put a little extra in it for yourself. Sometimes you gotta get out there yourself and do some things. You can't rely on everything gotta come a certain way. You got to come in and you gotta be a man for yourself. You gotta be a woman for yourself, and you gotta make some things happen. Faith is an action word. Your faith, if you look, I can tell you what your faith, I can tell you how great your faith is. Why? All I gotta do is watch what you do. I gotta watch what you do. If you do nothing, you have none. And that's what we gotta see. If we don't do anything towards something, we don't have no faith toward that. We don't see the vision of that even, what, manifested. Why can't it manifest? Because you're not doing nothing to make it manifest. Your faith is not strong enough to make it manifest. You got to decrease in order for him to increase. That's the same thing as getting rid of the old man, the old thoughts. It's too many people want to be claimed to be Israel, but they want to show up as Joe Blow. They want to show up as somebody else, but they want to be Israel. You see what I'm saying? I'm an Israelite. Well, once everything's said and done, you by yourself, you back to being Terry Jones. I don't know what Terry Jones is like. We're getting another call in the mail. That bad. But you understand what I'm saying. But then it says, the root of wisdom is to fear the Most High and what? And the branches thereof what?
Our long life.
And then you say the fear of the Most High drives away sin. And what?
And where it is present,
And where it is present,
it turneth away wrath.
you see that? Where the fear of the Most High is, it turns away wrath. Because if you fear the Most High, he tell you to love your brother, whether your brother come to you and say, forgive me or not, if you know in your heart that he's wrong, you forgive him anyway, and you walk away. That's on you. Because how can you turn and go back to the Most High and you pray and ask him to forgive you for something, and you are not strong enough man to a woman to forgive your brother on something that you think is right? You know what I mean? Because in most cases, if you got two brothers that are all, or two sisters that are all, both of them think it right. I'm telling you the truth. Don't think they don't. Both of them do. Y'all seen a lot of bloody kids get up off the ground in school, and both of them thought they were right. Nose busting, lip busting, but they were still right. I've seen plenty of that happen. But let me tell you, when you fear the Most High, when you fear him, you got to have a heart of forgiveness in your heart. Because if you don't have it, you don't have him. I'm telling you that right now. If you don't have that in your heart, you don't have him in you. You're not going to get into the kingdom without him, his Holy Spirit, out of Coco. Say that word for me. The I done took all to the Coco. The Ruach Kodesh is not a part of you. What are we living for? A name? Or are we living to try to get a comforter? A Ruach. See, pride is the beginning of a fall. People don't realize pride is a beginning of a fall. When you are a prideful person, you have already begun to fall. And in most cases, pride does it. But let's keep moving. What happened to a furious man?
A furious man cannot be justified.
Why, I wonder why can't a furious man? Because this was that was my main script I wanted right there, this whole thing I'm reading. But it says a furious man cannot be justified. For what?
For the sway of his fury shall be his destruction.
Because of the sway of his fury. Because his fury is going to make him do things haphazardly, if I got that right. Right? And then he's going to think about it later, and he's going to say, man, maybe I shouldn't have did that. But now it's already done. Right? And it began a destruction within him that even if it's self-driven, even if it's only in his own body, even if it's only in his own mind, there is a self-driven destruction that's going on with that man in that hour based on something he did. Why? Because he was furious. But let's just see the other side of the coin. We're in this Ecclesiastes 1:19. We at the 23rd verse. And according to that 23rd verse, it says that a patient man, what?
Will bear for a time.
Wait a minute. You sure?
I said verse 23.
Yeah, that would say yours say. Mine say something different. What yours say?
119. A patient man would tear for a time.
Mine say Terry. I see the video on yours. You said bear. A patient man will tear for a time. A patient man will tear for a time. What that mean? You're gonna be ripped if you patient and you wait on the Most High. When you know you're right, you wait on the Most High, and He gonna solve that thing. He might not solve it in 5 minutes like you want Him to. He ain't gonna solve it instantly like you want Him to. He ain't gonna solve it in 3 or 4 months like you want Him to. So in the process of him solving things, you're gonna tear a little bit. You're gonna be ripped apart inside. You're gonna be separated. This is gonna happen, but you're gonna tear on it for a moment. If you're standing on something. Now, if what you're standing on, if you stop standing, oh, you ain't gonna tear at all. Everything gonna go back. Everything gonna go away. They've been doing it all the time. Go ahead, do it like you want to do it. I'm good. No sense in bringing the Most High in this. No sense in bringing Him in it. If ain't nothing gonna change. If nothing's gonna change, there's no reason to bring the Most High in. Because it says that what? It says that it says a patient man will tear for a time. And what?
And afterward,
What's gonna happen afterwards?
joy shall spring up unto him.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something? That's when you believe in the Most High. That's when you actually trust in the Most High. That's when you actually fear the Most High. No matter what you're going through, you're going to tear for a while. You're going to be torn for a minute. But in the minute, joy, and they have a scripture that joy comes in the morning. And that 24th verse says what?
He will hide his words for a time.
You ain't got to go talking about it. You ain't got to keep riding it. You ain't got to keep defending yourself. You ain't got to keep saying that, oh my, he wrong. She right, she wrong. Your dog bit my cat first, so I shot the cat. You ain't got to keep justifying what happened. It says that he will hide his words for a time. Just shut up about it. Read.
And the lights of many shall declare his wisdom.
And the lips of many shall declare his wisdom. You see that? And the lips of many. You ain't got to say nothing. The Most High pull somebody from Texas and bring him up here, and they'll tell you, oh, that man right there was right. That woman right there come from Crosstown. Oh, he was right on that one. She was right. That don't make standing around sense. Because it don't make sense. And then you get to that 24th verse and says what? That was it? Give me the 25th verse.
The parables of knowledge are in the treasures of wisdom.
But
godliness is an abomination to a sinner.
And I wonder why they gonna put abomination and sin in the same place.
Mine says, but the fear of Elohim is abominable to a sinner.
Same difference, right?
Right.
Because our Elohim, he's the root of godliness.
Right.
But that's an abomination to a sinner. It's like kryptonite to Superman. Superman can't be super without when kryptonite show up. He raised the hell, tearing up rocks, knocking down buildings, and that's no kryptonite. Oh! Like right now. I gotta straighten up. Huh? Isaiah 51 and 21. Who got Isaiah? Let's jump back in there and hit 21. 51. We got to understand that Israel has been ripped apart. And it wasn't by your mother, it wasn't by your father. They trying to recover too. But the only way we recover is that we got to do better with ourselves individually. And we don't look at ourselves and see our selfish ways. And we don't look at ourselves and see how we are just outrageously just gone. Because we can only work on ourselves. We can't work on nobody else. Ain't nobody else I can work on. Listen, I'm telling you now, when I say nobody, I mean nobody. Because you can talk to you blue in the face, they still go back and do exactly what the hell they want to do. So it's nobody. You have no control. I have no control over nobody.
I think by this time and age of, it's a blessing to have like babies or young children where you can train to know the Most High from birth. You know what I'm saying? They can know the commandments, and then they grow up and that's all they know.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. But it's a bad thing to have when you can't teach nothing. You can't touch no party. No, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm just gonna squat for a minute, all right?
With a deep voice too, huh?
Yeah, I'm just gonna squat for a minute. He's like, come on, son. You're 42, man. Please don't squat like that. We got visitors and your mama bring out the meal. I gotta make some spurs. You got Isaiah 51:21? You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, let's go with it.
Therefore, hear now this, you afflicted and drunken, but not with wine.
See, we gotta realize it. Even our forefathers, they was afflicted, they was it said afflicted and drunken, but it wasn't with wine. Read.
Thus says your Adonai Yahuwah.
Do you know that we was drunken with lies? We was drunk from the beginning. We was drunken with lies. From the beginning, lies was the problem. From the beginning, Eve was beguiled by lies. Lies have been the problem all the time, but we ourselves lie. We were lying on our brother quicker than you can hiccup. Quicker you can bat your eye. We were lying. We lie on our brother. I don't want this. I don't want to do this, or I don't want this to be a part of me. I want to make everybody believe that it's not me, it's him. So I'm gonna lie on him. And then you got some people stupid enough to follow the lie. Read.
Thus says your Adonai Yahuwah,
What did he say?
and your Elohim that pleads the cause of his people.
What?
Behold,
Behold.
I have taken out of your hand the cup of trembling.
Wait a minute. What now?
I have taken out of your hand the cup of trembling,
So I have no reason to tremble. And what?
even the dregs of the cup of my fury. You shall no more drink it again.
Because you know what? The Most High gonna take care of you. Go to that 23rd verse.
But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict you.
Oh, when you living right? When you know you living right? When you know you got it right? When you know you doing the best you can do it according to the law? When you know you standing on the right? You don't have to worry about it. Because you become afflicted, he gonna take it right back to them and get right back to him. You think it was bad now? Oh, you about to smell it. You about to taste something that's real salty right now. Go ahead, brother.
Which have said to your soul, bow down,
And what?
that we may go over.
And what?
And you have laid your body as the ground, and as the street to them that went over.
They have walked on Israel for years. They have walked on Israel for years. But guess what? One of the worst things that they did to Israel, they taught Israel how to abuse Israel. Does that make sense? They have taught Israel how to abuse Israel. Isn't that something? I mean, it's bad enough that they abused Israel. But they showed Israel how to abuse Israel. Meaning that Israel Israel don't have a problem going against one another. They don't have a problem creating situations for their own benefit, for their own personal benefit. Everything will be going smooth in a person's life. And one ignorant person can pull a stunt and can cause a whole family to have a problem. One grudging at another, one looking at the one that's right like he's wrong, one saying this, one saying that, take you out the loop, you was in the loop, now you out the loop, this going that way, this going this way, Because one liar has lied and has sown a lie in the midst. In other words, there's sin in the camp.
And that's one thing, like you were saying it earlier, how, we, you know, a lot of Israel, a lot of us, you know, we're selfish and selfishly motivated instead of being nationally or motivated by the well-being
As a
of our
nation of people.
Right. And that's the way that the Most High has everything set up. And just like, you know, while in the wilderness, when he was in the process of giving us the promised land, you know, you had, I think it happened more than one time where someone disobeyed. And because that one person disobeyed, many Israelites died.
A lot of them died. Most cases, they all pay. In most cases, they all pay. That's where the whole term came from, sin in the camp. And people don't understand when they talk about, we just came through unleavened bread. People don't understand the reasoning behind removing the leaven out the bread. They don't realize it. They'll physically do it. No, the baking soda gotta go. We can go put it inside the shed, Mama. If you walk back in the house, we bring all the leaven right back in there with you. Everything, all the leaven that's in you, go right back in the house. You ain't left none of it nowhere.
What does that level represent?
Sin.
That's right.
Straight sin. Why this on you in outplaying mode? Where you at, brother?
Just finished 51. I'm at 52.
You did 51?
I just finished 51.
Oh, you did, did you? Okay, you did 52, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go into Isaiah 42. Isaiah 42, 19. We gotta understand something. When we do this right, see, all the other nations use us as crutches. They use us as bridges. If they got a mud puddle, I'm gonna tell you, I've seen some movies where, and I'm telling you, I know this stuff is real. I've seen documentaries where the old slave master had a cold, he had the flu and he was sick. He would take a little kid, about the size of a little Christian there, and lay him on the floor, and take his feet and put him on that boy's stomach, and try to make his, and try to warm his feet up to pass what he got on to him. Y'all ever seen that? That's real. That actually happened. I'm not lying. It actually happened. I mean, what's the benefit? But Isaiah 42 and 19 says what?
Verse 19. Who is blind?
Who is blind? Now we talking about, now we know Israel is blind in part. Y'all know that, right? But the question is, who is on a whole? When you talk about all the nations, it says, who is blind? And the answer is what, brother?
But my servant,
Read.
or deaf, as my messenger that I sent.
Read.
Who is blind as he that is perfect, and blind as the Most High's servant.
Read, brother.
Seeing many things, but thou observest not.
Read.
Opening the ears, but he heareth not.
You see that? That happens so much in Israel. You can talk to you blue in the face. Hang on me. You can show it to them. That boy right there. I can't see that. Read.
The Most High is well pleased for his righteousness' sake. He will magnify the law and make it honorable.
He's going to magnify the law and make that law honorable. If he's going to make you, there's no way around it. Eventually, we have to deal with the law. Why? Until when? Until he write it. See, the covenant, the new covenant, he's going to write the law into your heart. A lot of people think that it's now, but the law hasn't been written in our hearts yet. Y'all do know that, right? Y'all do know that, right? Everybody don't know? We can go to the scripture so we can show you. Because it's not there right now. That's the new covenant. That's the one we're seeking. Because there is no way. 613 laws. Who got them all down pat? Can anybody just tell me, give them to me right quick? I need them real quick. 613. Start at 249. I'm saying, you need to hear that. You got that from brother. And guess what? I can't even back you up on it. Where you at, bro?
Verse 22.
Read.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
That's why we in the position we in. We are robbed, is it what? And spoiled. We've been robbed and taken as a spoil. What?
They are all of them snared in holes,
What?
and they are hid in prison houses.
But not to mention, when they say snared in holes, we want to find a bad neighborhood. Look, you just sit around for a while, start finding little black folk everywhere, and before you know it, you're going to go right into the hole. You're going to go right into what they call that thing. And believe not, y'all, and see, a lot of people, like, they get on videos, oh, I'm a project chick, you know, they say it proudly. But projects was if I'm right now, I might be wrong, but, and I might not, I know I'm not wrong. It was a test.
Yes, right.
It wasn't something that was geared up that they made just for, people, right? It was a test. And people get that mentality and they want to push it. That they this and they honor it like it's something big. But it's not. It's not anything to honor. But they have been robbed and they've been spoiled and they're snared in holes. What do you think the holes are? In the worst neighborhood where nobody can pay, where they, you know what I mean? I mean, in the worst ones. And the way they keep you in there is in the good neighborhood, they raise up all the rent. And they raise up all the mortgage. The house is cost way more than everything else, but you can't pay there, so you can afford to be here. You can afford not to be there, but the way they did things, it's gonna hold you right there.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Snared in a hole, it's a trap.
Exactly. And then they got a whole new name for trap house. That's a trap house right there. That's a real trap house. And they what?
They are for a prey.
But they're hidden in prison houses. They put in prison houses for a reason. And they are for a prey. They are in prison. Do y'all know how much money people make just by one man being in prison? But there's a lot of black men in prison. A lot of them. We ain't did all that now. We ain't did all that. We gotta have every state you go in, we gotta have the most of them in there now. Come on. There should be one city. There should be one city where there's gonna be a couple of other nations that got more than we do. But you go into every city you go in, every state you go in, we got the most in there.
Sometimes it's child support.
Because and guess what? And a lot of times they set that up.
Child support.
Because you got brothers that, I'm gonna tell you, you got brothers that might not be paying child support to the system. So what happens is, they got this thing called, well, I ain't gonna get too deep into that. We ain't gonna-
100 years ago,
Ain't gonna go
marijuana
too far.
was used for cancer patients to heal, and now, and then they got to the point where they put you in jail again. Like, how can you use something to heal people and now it's you?
Or
But now
they
they're making
make
profit.
clothes out of hemp. They're making in Kentucky, they open up farms, start growing hemp so they can supply the soldiers with clothes and World War II parachutes. Got all hemp thread.
You see?
And then they went in after the war, they made something illegal.
So everything is set for a reason. They set us up really good. But it's all working for them right now.
A lot of them are mad when they see their own people and they're like, we didn't plan this for you to be there. Why are you in there? That's for them.
But we threw a question out there earlier, right? And it says two things that's gonna come before us. It said one of them is gonna be who shall be sorry for us, and whom shall comfort us, right? And then we come back down, and what's that scripture you had down, now, brother? 42 and 23, right? No, finish in 22, right? And then it's gonna say, he said, and they are for a prey, and it say, none deliver. So they go back down to that question, can anybody get us out of this? Because there's a reason why can't anybody get us out of this. Read, brother.
And none delivered for a spoil, and none said, restore.
They lied, they went and gave all that stuff back to them fake people out there in Jerusalem now. They gave them all that stuff, right? Saying that they are us, they gave it all to them. knowing who we are, haven't gave us nothing. Not gonna give it to you because they know who you are. We done did so much with nothing that they afraid they give us a little bit, we gonna do too much. That's what it is. We done did so much with nothing that they give you a little bit, man, you off and rolling. It's just like the system. They gave us just a little with the system. We survived. Where you at, brother?
Verse 23.
Read.
Who among you will give ear to this?
Mm-hmm.
Who will hearken and hear for the time to come?
Uh-huh.
Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers?
Uh-huh.
Did not the Most High?
Wow. So we can't point no finger at nobody else, can we? Read.
He against whom we have sinned.
That's why he did it. Read.
For they would not walk in his ways,
And what?
neither were they obedient unto his laws.
So now we see.
I mean, it's so, it's so obvious, it's in so many places, it's direct, it's not even like a roundabout with some mystery. He says it directly so many times.
This is why. You can read it
times,
to
man.
Zephaniah. Zephaniah 1:17. Stay on course, brother. You stay right where you are. You're going to hit 25 out of this. Zephaniah 1:17.
Verse 17.
Yes, sir.
Zephaniah 1:17.
Yes, sir.
And I will bring distress upon men,
What mean you think he's talking about? Read.
that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahuwah.
Now, who y'all think they talking about back then? They talking about Israel, right? So when we go out, we wonder why when we go out on a daily basis and sin against the Most High, right? He says that he's going to bring distress upon men. But you go out and you sin against him, and you go home and think it's going to be peaceful. Or better yet, you can sin on your way to work, and you get there and you think it's going to be peaceful. You can't sin against the Father and expect a peaceful life. It's going to be distress in your life. And it's going to walk like blind men because they have sinned against what? Adonai. Read.
And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung.
I tell you, well, you just look around, watch the news tonight. Y'all can find a whole lot of our brothers got killed today. You ain't got to go far. Just turn the TV on. Click. You got it. Isaiah 42:25. Give me Exodus 7:1.
Isaiah 42, verse 25. Therefore, he has poured upon him the fury of his anger and the strength of battle. And it had set him on fire round about, yet he knew not. And it burned him, yet he laid it not to heart.
Therefore he has poured upon him the fury of his anger and the strength of battle. And it has set him on fire round about. Yet he knew not. And it burned him. But yet he laid it not to heart. All this crap we're going through, people want to take it to heart. Most important thing nowadays, I gotta have the best looking car, the best looking house, and I gotta be twitching when I walk, and I gotta have a bounce in my step. That's it. I gotta be cool, and everything got to be personal. People are just not putting the love of the Most High or the fear of the Most High before themselves. A very selfish nation, a very split nation. We're gonna skip this next one here. I might have to skip it. Jump on down a little bit far. Let me jump on down. Jump on down. I want you to close up. Give me Zechariah 12:1. Zechariah 12:1. You got it. Whoever get it, I got somebody else.
You said
Yeah, you got it right. Zechariah. Okay, look, I'm gonna get Psalms 83.
Zechariah 12:1.
Yes, sir.
the burden of the word of Yahuwah for Yisrael, says Yahuwah, which stretches forth the heavens and lays the foundation of the earth, and forms the ruach of man within him. Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people round about, when they shall be in the siege both against Yehudah and against Jerusalem. And in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people. All that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces, though all the people of the earth be gathered together against it.
We got to understand something. The Most High is going. Once we straighten ourselves up, the Most High is going to take care of everything. I skipped the part about Israel being stiff-necked people, and I didn't really want to go through that because we already know that. I don't want to be the dead horse, right? But let's jump. Let's hit Psalms 83 and 1. See, we got to realize something. A lot of people don't want to accept it, man. It's just like my brother said. It's saying it in so many different ways, right? And then you look at Psalms 83, and Psalms 83 tells you this. It just tells you it's so perfectly placed for us, and it says what?
Psalms 83, verse 1. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Elohim. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Read.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Read.
They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Read, brother.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
And mine say, go right, keep going, sorry, here you go.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
Read, I'm sorry.
They are confederate.
They are confederate
Against thee.
Read.
The tabernacles of Edom.
Now listen, we're going to go through these names. I'm going to tell you something. All of them evil. I don't care what they look like. I don't care where they are. I don't care how they smell. I don't care how they people. But what I'm saying to you right now, that he said in this thing, he said that the tabernacle of Edom, and what else?
And the Ishmaelites.
All of them. You might say, well, some Edomites are Ishmaelites. Well, listen, them too. Read.
Of Moab.
They say some of them are Moab. Them too. Read.
And the Hagarim.
All of them. Read.
Jebel.
And
Ammon.
And read.
And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them.
And what?
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Now let me tell you something. He named almost every nation. So I don't care who Israel is. I mean, who Edom is. What other nation you say he's from, they all are listed right here. They all took it to move against you.